Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to today's episode of Hot Issues on the Hot Seat with me. And today we are bringing you updates on the Tuesag election and the controversies that has arrived after the election. And joining me in the studios today is Mr. Gosgift, who is the EC chair for Tuesag, and Mr. Bright Boachi, who is a student of ATU, and he was on grounds on the day of election and is going to help in this discussion. Welcome, Mr. Gosgift.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Asha.
Bright,
Thank you.
my super journalist. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So today we are going to address certain controversies that have arrived after the election, and then thankfully we have the chairman Oga Pata Pata himself, and then he's here in the studios with us. So he's going to help us clear the air on whatever that is circulating. So, Mr. Gosgift, you are welcome again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So, from your side of view, how was the day of election? How was it for you? How was the experience like? I think this is the first election you have conducted. So, how was it like?
Yes, so in my election that was conducted, that was on the past Thursday, 20th of June. Um, Personally overseeing all this election, what I can say about the election is it went well, and also we managed to resolve certain issues that has been happening over the years, and also there have been improvements. The total vote cast has increased by a significant percentage, so which is a plus. Also, I like to say it was peaceful. So yeah, that was the observation I personally found.
So, basically, we have three departments that were much more involved in that elections. Looking at electrical, civil, and then mechanical, which department pulled out to cast their vote?
Yes. So looking at the departments, let me just correct this. Not just three.
I mean the major ones.
Yes, so civil, electrical, and mechanical. So from the outcome of the elections, you realize that it has been cut across, but majority of the people winning are from electrical engineering. Yes,
Electrical engineering.
yes.
Mr. Bright, you were on grounds working tirelessly and then observing things on the day of election. From your point of view, how was everything? How was the whole vibe for you?
Well, everything went well, but based on what people were saying, when I got there, I saw people quarreling about someone trying to cheat for one president.
People
Yeah,
quarreling.
yeah.
Or was it that they were joining, or they will have quarrel and have maybe they were just having a kind of
No, not a kind
discussion?
of discussion, but they were talking about a guy
Mm,
who uh, brought in plenty. Wasn't it? How do you call it?
ballot papers.
Yes, ballot papers. And based on what I heard from them, someone was saying that the person brought five with a
Mm.
stamped, like it was stamped.
It
Yes, it
was
was
stamped.
stamped. So people were asking, how did that guy
Got stamped
got?
ballot papers.
Yes, and then based on what others were saying, they were like, if that's the case, then we should ask the EC chair. He's the right person. I also asked,
Thankfully, it's here.
yes, I also told the president of Tuesag, the current president,
Mm.
and he was like, the EC will be the right person to
So
inform.
come clear. I want you to be more clear. Did you see it or somebody said it?
All right, so I didn't see the five ballot papers,
You
but I
didn't see.
saw the guy holding plenty.
You saw him holding ballot papers,
Yes,
but you
plenty.
don't know the number
The
of the
number.
ballot papers.
Exactly.
So it is something you have seen yourself, not they said.
Yes.
Aside that, what else do you observe?
Well, yes. So it went well. It went well.
It went well.
And I also heard something like electrical agenda.
Electrical agenda.
Yeah.
What is electrical agenda about? Did you bother finding out?
Okay, so I have a recording of a guy who was talking about it, and then he was like,
Mm.
the guy that he is working for, He's the one aspiring for PRO, and he's from electrical engineering. And then the leaders of electrical engineering were doing electrical agenda, and they were campaigning for mechanical students instead of campaigning for electrical.
So electrical agenda means you should campaign for the people from that
Electrical
department.
engineering department.
So if you are in the electrical agenda, you should basically means you should campaign for people in the engineering sector,
Yes.
in the electrical engineering department.
Yes.
So that is the whole concept of electrical agenda.
Yeah.
And then from your point, there was somebody who is not from that side and was being campaigned for.
Yes.
Maybe that one is not our issue. That is their campaign, and however they will do their campaign is best to get what they want. That one is not our issue. Our issue is to get the whole interest of the student.
Okay.
What really went on? Did this suit the people? Did the EC meet up to expectation from your point of view? You were on grounds. Aside what aspirants and their campaign teams are doing, let's talk about the whole election concept. Did it meet your expectation as an individual?
Oh yes, because I've seen that this time around there has been a change. Yes, because last year I think it was only one police station.
One police station.
Yeah.
Is that true, Mr. Heath?
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Yes, and because of that, compared to this year's own went well and smoothly because there were two police stations. Some were going to Center A, others were going to Center B. So they finished very early.
So that's a plus for the EC.
Exactly.
Sir, today, Bright has given you a plus. So let me come to you, Mr. Chair. It has been a tough journey for you, and you have mentioned what were some of the challenges you faced during that day.
Yes.
Like first time you are doing such a thing.
Yes. So first and foremost, I like to begin with the challenge of commencing on time. Yes, commencing on time. That was one challenge that I was faced with. Yes, you notice that the election was supposed to commence at 8:30.
Okay.
But as at 8:30, we were not set for the first voter to cast his or her vote. So the election commenced exactly at 9:02 a.m. Yes, so that was one challenge, the factor or time factor. Yes, and also the issue of the voters register. Yes, somewhere around 10 a.m. Set of students came from the Department of Automotive Engineering. Yes, coming in to vote, and we going through the voters register, we realized they were not included in the voters register.
I saw it. Those people were a bit disappointed, and they were trying to tag the EC that they are using some means to, like some delay tactics, be to scare them out of the election. Were you able to handle it?
Yes. So with the help of the fellow EC board, we were able to resolve that, but that was a challenge. But thanks be to God, it was being resolved.
Okay, so aside your challenges, what okay, let me just go straight to this. After the election, you brought out a provisional results and then a communique.
Yes.
So the provisional results, what goes into that? And why the communique? I'll address the communique later, but
okay. So the provisional results, what goes into the provisional result is after the election has happened. Okay. The polling assistants of the EC are there to witness. Counting was made before the audience, just as we all see in the national elections, and also polling agents, which are representative of each and every candidate, were present. So after the voting, we sort out the ballot papers with the agents present, with the EC members all present, monitoring the sorting out. After the sorting out, counting commence. So after counting, the various agents agree to the total number of votes cast for their candidates. Then we indicate that on the pink sheet. Then they sign, meaning they've agreed to the total number of votes cast. So after all this, then the exact value that was gathered from the election grounds, that is what is provided as the provisional result, the initial result. Yes.
So why up to now you have not declared the winners, let me say.
Okay.
Up to
So
now, yes, we still don't have winners for Tuesag elections. We only have provisional results.
yes. So currently the final results has not been released. This is due to some ongoing investigations pertaining to the elections. Yes, so there have been hearsays, and with those hearsays reaching the Electoral Commission Board, we had to sit down to investigate into those hearsays to find out whether if those hearsays are true. So, upon investigations, evidences were found onto some of the hearsays. Not all were true, but those that were found, we've gathered them, and as you all know, we took all those evidences, gathered them, take them to the higher authorities, which are the HODs, and from the HOD level, we take it to the Dean of Engineering. So unlike national elections, when there are outcomes, these let me say informations, maybe they are not agreeing to one of the results, you realize these matters end up going to the courts. Yes, but once we are in the university environment, we take it to the heads of authorities. So through the right channel of heads of authorities, through the faculty president to the heads of departments, from the heads of departments, it gets to the dean of engineering. Yes, so this has been some of the issues, which is why, or which is holding the release of the final results until disciplinary actions are taken against the victims who are being, found in the evidences. Yes, until disciplinary actions are taken, the results will not be released.
So I'm coming. So
Okay, but
how far is the guy who was caught?
Yes, so
if you say the guy who was caught, we have not spoken about any guy that was being
No,
caught.
no,
So
no,
the
no.
audience may not know what you're talking about.
All right, all right. So what happened that day? The guy who was caught cheating.
Trying to put multiple
Exactly.
ballot papers in a
Yes,
ballot box.
yes. And that very day, I had an interview with him, and
That
then
that person, the
no, no,
person.
not the person, the UC chair,
Okay,
and then he was like, "They are doing an investigation."
okay.
Yeah. So I just want to know the updates. How far is the investigation?
okay, so with the issue of the suspect or the victim caught with foreign ballot papers stamped, um, as the EC chair, I wasn't around. I had a call, and
Before
Mhm,
you continue.
mhm.
I want to ask: was that stamp really your stamp? Your
Yes,
investigate. It was your stamp.
yes, it was our stamp.
You can
So
continue.
yes, so I had a call from one of the executives, former executives, stating that this has been the issue. Um, um, a guy has been arrested in possession of foreign ballot papers which have been stamped and attempted to drop it into the ballot boxes. So he has been held in contempt with the cadet officers. So upon arrival, through the right channel, we had the assistance of the head of security of Accra Technical University, together with the Air Force cadets. We took this victim or this suspect into interrogation rooms to interrogate him as to who are involved in these matters. Yes, so upon the investigations, um, other suspects'
Names were
names,
mentioned.
yes, other names were mentioned. So those other names that are mentioned were also now a suspect of the criminal activity trying to rig the elections. So with all the suspects, we try to still investigate into them. And as we are speaking, our investigations are still ongoing.
So with the suspect, do you were any? board members of your team mentioned?
Yes. So with the suspect, no board of the EC Electoral Commission team was mentioned.
So how did your stamp get onto those ballot
Like, how
papers?
do they have extra stamp or something? Like, or they
So
build
I
their own
think
stamp?
Yes. So with the issue of the stamp, as the EC chair, this situation at hand interests me the most.
okay.
Yes. So I took it upon myself to investigate into the matters, and these are stamps we received from the Electoral Commission, National Electoral Commission of Ghana,
Mm.
and we received the stamp according to the number of screens we have. So the stamps were actually equal to the number of polling agents. So if there should be a stamp on a paper, it means a foreign ballot. It means someone among the agents, the polling agents, stamped the foreign ballot papers. Yes, so the observation or the outcome of the investigation was the stamp was coming from polling center A, and the person took the ballot papers with a stamp from polling center A, walked to polling center B, and tried to drop it inside the ballot of polling center B.
It was stamped as center A,
Yes.
but taken to center B.
Yes. So this has been the issue. Still investigating how the person had the stamps, and upon the investigations, we are still gathering enough evidences. Yes. So with the enough evidences, um, we realize there has been printing of extra foreign ballot papers, which is not coming from the EC.
So aside the ballot papers you provided,
Yes.
there were extra ballot papers that were printed.
Exactly.
So that means total votes cast will not be. Let me say the votes you got cast will not be. Let me say it will not be correspondent to what you have as the EC.
Yes. So the total votes cast, as we speak, is in accordance with the number of ballot papers
that were torn.
Yes, that was taken out. Yes, so thorough investigations were done behind the scenes, investigations of the serial codes on the stamp pads. Yes, so due to the victim who tried to drop the foreign ballot paper, it raised extra awareness, extra security, where actually the security level increased. Yes, so with what had happened, the others or the rest of the ballot papers didn't find their way through to the polling center. Yes. So
okay, a lot were stand, but they couldn't get into the.
Yes, exactly, into the ballot boxes.
Okay.
Yes.
So those were printed by a group of people.
Exactly. These were printed by a group of people, some within, some outside the faculty.
Interesting, interesting.
Yes.
So then what you were saying, you said that stamped paper is coming from the agent from polling center A.
Yes.
So it means the people you have employed to work for you are the people weakening your grounds.
Yes, yes. The people who the Electoral Commission employed, some didn't stick to the rules and regulations of the Electoral Commission.
This is interesting. Bright, what do you have to say?
About this issue?
Yes. From your perspective, what do you think can be done in the subsequent elections to avoid this?
Well, I think anytime they will have any election, they have to number the papers. Yeah, it's a difficult thing for them to do, but that's the only thing I think they can do. Number them so that if they are counting, they will know that oh, one is one. We don't have double ones or we don't have double threes. Yeah, so something like this can be done to avoid extra papers.
So, Mr. Chair, I've seen that there's still a lot of work on you since the day one of the election to even aftermath of the election. what advice do you have for your listeners and the people who are also watching yet to conduct elections from your experience now?
Yes. So the advice to all viewers, to other electoral commission, board of other departments in other institutions, and also in Accra Technical University. My advice is, as the electoral commission, you're supposed to function independently. Do not tolerate foreign do not tolerate foreign voices. Yes, either be it from the lecturers, the faculty presidents, the SRC presidents. Do not tolerate that. As an electoral commission, your job is to function independently. And also, with the issue of ballot papers, this should be very confidential. Um, so the ballot papers, informations to the ballot papers should be classified, shouldn't be disclosed to anybody outside of the electoral commission.
Okay.
Even with the design of the papers, it shouldn't be given to somebody outside of the electoral commission. So that when there is a situation where the ballot papers are being leaked and foreign ones are being printed, so investigations would be easy. Yes.
Right, your last words.
Well, I don't have much to say, but I just want to applaud the EC. They did very well. They did.
Yes, actually, we want to applaud them because being able to see all these things, and then I think they have done a very good job.
Yes.
So your last words.
Yes. So yeah, that's all. And I'm sure they will follow up on that case. Yes, that case needs to be resolved so that to bring peace. Yeah.
Say, God's gift. Your last words to your audience as we wrap up.
Yes. So my last words to the Faculty of Engineering students in Accra Technical University as the EC chair. I sit here to assure you that whoever is responsible for all these defects, all these criminal activities are going to go through the necessary disciplinary actions to serve as a lesson so that next time it wouldn't repeat itself. So these will serve as deterrents to others. Yes, so they should take heart and trust in the Electoral Commission.
You should take heart and then trust in the Electoral Commission. Thank you, Mr. Gosgift and Bright, for joining me today. And to my audience, I would like to say a very big thank you for always sticking to your screens and then following us. Thank you very much. And this is all I have for you today on Hot Issues on the Hot Seat. See you again next week. My name is Vitami Elisha. Bye bye.